to the his house, baby, baby. Can you love me? Get me go crazy. If you feel me, I feel you. And welcome to the his house crew. Cause we love, 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 love you, parties. We do love you, love you, love you, love you, parties. And it's about you and me. We come to here, sip the tea. All allegedly, no cap. All allegedly, not speaking facts. But it could be just might. Sometimes you get that new me, pretty on me. Gang. So apparently, as we can see, that there's been problems in Paradise. Apparently, Crystal and Karina are no longer friends, no longer cool. Surprise, surprise. Not really. I'm not really surprised at all because, like, of course they're not friends anymore. Like, that was only temporary trial basis. Like, they basically were using each other for the wrong thing. Like, come on. Basically, okay, this is everything I'm saying is my opinion, my thoughts. So everything is alleged because I have not talked to anyone but myself and watching these videos and come to the conclusion of what I'm coming to. So don't take what I'm saying too hard. This is just my opinion. At the DK, his house, we just talk about how we feel about certain things, issues, topics, discussions. That's it. That's all. Nothing more, nothing less. So let's don't be pressed. Before I do all that, let me say, welcome my pretties, my lovelies. Now that I know that we're doing pretty lovely, let's get right to this pretty on me. So basically, in my opinion, it's so funny when it was happening. Like, this is my opinion, right? Of why they really became cool and why it had to be temporary, right? Why I really feel like they came cool was okay. If you don't remember, Flo broke it off with Karina first. Yep, 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 yep. Flo broke it off with Karina first while he still was FOE and still in the FOE his house or whatever. And Karina became friends with Crystal because at the time Crystal was still dating Jazz. So that was a way for Karina to get back in contact with Flo, if that makes sense. Because if she was friends with Crystal, she was gonna know where Flo them Jazz was hanging out. Which was smart, right? By the way, he was smart. So that was that. Then Jazz broke it off with Crystal. So Crystal knew that her and Karina were still cool, and so Flo and Karina had got back together. Surprise, surprise. And so, with that being said, she was able to find out about Jazz whereabouts and pop up. Because if you don't know, when you're fresh out of a relationship, the easiest way to get back in a relationship is just to be back in the person's face that you were an ex of. And then they reminisce, and then y'all start talking, then you start looking good, wear your nice outfit, show up at the parties. That is how you get back together. So a lot of the relationship that Karina, and Crystal had stemmed from their exes that they're no longer currently with. Well, take that back. Ja- uh, Jazz is done with Crystal, like done with Crystal, in my opinion. If they do date, it'll probably be like on some, you know, run that thing back kind of thing. I don't think it's gonna be nothing serious, but that's the weird part because you really can't be in a fly by night relationship with Crystal. But in my opinion, I thought she was done with Crystal. But I don't know because people said they seen them together. But in my opinion, that she's done with Crystal. So with that being said, Flo is no longer in the FOE house, so it's really like they don't really have no need for each other, if that makes sense. Like they don't have the FOE backing to go back on. And so I feel like they were cool with each other, but it was more like they needed each other per se. So they did. And it's ironic that Karina had so much to say about the person who gave her a place to lay her head. Like they just show what kind of person Karina is in real life. She gets no fudges about people for real. But I don't really feel like I don't really knock her for that. But at the same time, it's like I knock her for that. And I said that like since the fact that Flo seemed to really like what Karina bringing to the table um, in the bedroom, and that they had probably previously had like a baby situation, pregnancy, and all that's allegedly in before it passed. If she got with Flo, I was like, oh, they probably gonna get pregnant, and Karina want to get pregnant with Flo. Like I said that like a couple months ago, like maybe 2 months ago, when she did her song, and she was beefing with Noonie about a dude that she claimed whooped her. So at the end of the day, like I wasn't surprised that her and Flo got back together. But the kicker is, like, people surprised, but I wasn't surprised. Okay, at the party, his house, a lot of stuff I be knowing before it actually be going. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, ooh, goodness, that was a good stretch. Yeah, I must put a plug in. I don't really like oatmeal cookies, but as I've gotten older, like they have a different taste to them. And if you heard of the Green Bag, the Tate's Bake Shop, they have awesome cookies in my opinion. Like they have really good chocolate chip cookies. That's the ones I first tasted. But I originally tasted their oatmeal raisin cookies. And oh my gosh, they're so good. That's all I'm gonna say. That's just a plug, a shameless plug. With his house, we eat over here, right? So that's that on that. And if you have not tried the church's lemon cheesecake pie, put my fingers up, throwing my L's up, going back and forth. Yeah, yeah, it hit that way. Period. Much better than the apple pie that they previously had. Man. Okay, so anyway, back to the story at hand. So allegedly, Karina is preggers, but in my opinion, it's probably not Flo's. Hell, motherfucker, yeah. So what is Flo gonna do about it? Is he gonna stay with Karina or not? And the reason I say it probably would be Flo's because I feel like she wanted a baby by him, but it's probably not Flo's because of the fact of the timeline. Like, yeah, you can get pregnant like really, really quick, but don't it take like a month or two to find out you're actually pregnant? But her and Flo technically have only really been talking about a month-ish, and I don't think they really just jumped right back in like sex it to where she would have a baby. At first, I was thinking like it was a baby because I know she wanted a baby with him for some reason, because he like kind of a plug to her. But like it's sad because we are up here knowing that Flo like likes Karina. Like he really likes her in for real life. Like he only whooped her tail because she was whooping his tail, and I think that's fair because you shouldn't whoop nobody's tail. So the truth of the matter is, does Karina really like Flo? In my opinion, I think she okay with Flo, but I don't think she like him like he like her. Never did, right? And it's the funny part is you skip the fact of the beef that her and Crystal was having because allegedly, uh, it was spoken that Crystal said that she wanted to off Flo, and I believe it. I believe it. Like I feel like that's the lifestyle Karina is from. Even in her song, she was basically like, "All right," and she was holding up a Glocky in her video. Like, where they do that at? The hood apparently, because nobody else is holding up Glockies, and you're a female. Like, so she come from somewhere like they hold up Glockies and threaten people. So I would not be surprised if that's really what happened. And the fact everybody bypassed that ish, like, no, Karina really wanted to all flow. Like, in my opinion, if he would have never got back with her, he was probably gonna get jumped, tatted, ratted. Something was gonna happen to him, and I feel like he knew that though. I feel like he know what kind of female he dealing with. And in the past, I've dealt with people just because I knew that they was kind of cuckoo, and I didn't want them to like do cuckoo stuff. But that don't change the fact that they still would do that cuckoo stuff, no matter if you with them or not. They don't change it. So how would Flo feel about the fact that the baby's probably not his, and his alleged baby mama could have tried to off him? Hmm. Weird, huh? Not saying she did. That's what was said in the grapevine. And in my opinion, I feel like, duh. Like, if he wouldn't have went back with her, duh. Duh. Like, Karina is the type like almost like a Libra. We're not done with you. Well, she's not a Libra, but we're not done with you until we're done with you. And so, yeah. So, if Flo was gonna be done with her, I feel like she was gonna be done with him, and he was gonna be done. And it's sad. It's unfortunate, um, because I really feel like Flo likes her, but at the same time, he might need to watch out for her. And I don't know if that's gonna even change the dynamic of their relationship. Because Flo seems like he don't believe nothing nobody tell him. He do what he want to do, and then when the stuff hit the fan, he want to blame Tom, Dick, and Harry for not putting up with it. Like, who gonna stick around and you constantly beating up a girl that's beating up on you? Like, why be mad at FOE? Be mad at the girl. For real, for real. So, at the end of the day, if I was FOE, I wouldn't put up with it as long as I did. You know what I'm saying? So, Flo needed to check himself, like, before he wreck himself. Like, and the fact that you could possibly be taking a female who putting a baby on you that may not be yours is crazy. And on top of that, if the female really wanted to off you, that's crazy. That's definitely not love. Yes, it's thin line between love and hate, but that's crazy. That's what that is. That's crazy. Crazy. Yeah. But whatever floats your boat. To me, I would tell Flo to run and get out of Dodge while he can and never look back. However, I will say he can do what he wants, right? And I will say I feel like Karina has changed a little bit, but I feel like it's also so she could get in good with him, but she's not as abusive in my opinion and as boisterous and as manly as she was in the past for me to call her big. If I did, I don't know if I did, but she said some blogger did. I don't really remember, but I did say she do act like one, so I guess that's the same as calling somebody one. But lately, she has not really been acting like one with Flo. So if you know, you know. That's how you get back in good graces with people. You can't be a B and then think they gonna give you a baby. So yeah, so how do y'all feel about that down below in the comment section? So if I said there was alleged about Karina in the comment section, what if that's not his baby, but she's gonna act like it's his child? DNA test, my guy, is all I'm gonna say. And what if, and it could be his baby. I'm just speculating and saying I don't think it's his baby. And then on top of that, if the person you're dating and sleeping next to, live with, try to off you, how would you feel about that? How should we feel about that? That's the next topic of discussion. Let us know down below how you feel. Down below, feel for gazy. Let us know. Yeah, 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 yeah. Anyway, so now Crystal is beefing with um I'm sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm thinking about I'm thinking about I'm sorry, y'all. I'm thinking about the fact that I was watching this show. You know, they talking about Crystal is like dirty or whatever. Yeah, 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 yeah. It was definitely given that a long time ago. Not dirty, but like the fact that she rather somebody else do it, if that makes sense. And I'm a Libra, and it's so funny because I remember it was this girls on this dating show, and they was what was they? I don't know what they sign was, but somebody they asked somebody like what they sign was. It was two twin studs, and they asked some. I don't know what I was watching. I was just watching some random show. I remember who it was, but this girl was like, they was like, "What's your sign?" And they was telling them what they sign was, which I don't really remember. But I want to say I don't know. But then they asked her what her sign was. She was like, because she was getting on to them. And she was like, I'm a Libra. And she said, oh, and the head, they was like, heck nah, you dirty as fuck. This, yada, 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 which is crazy. But it's funny because as we speak, I moved into a place a long time ago. And I have yet to unpack every single box. So it's kind of like dirty. Like, but I don't have a lot of company. I don't have any kids, so it's just like I'm gonna get around to it a little bit at a time because I have a big ladder sitting in my living room because I gotta straighten this curtain. They keep like doing something different because I don't have it like nailed to the wall. It's just a long story. I have these hooks that I have to set up so it won't damage the walls and stuff like that. And so it could be considered kind of dirty. Like I just braided my hair, and but the point is, like I can clean, I will clean, but I prefer not to clean. I'd rather pay somebody to clean. But the sad part is, I don't want nobody in my house. Um, but I kind of can see that, and with my family member that I know is a Libra, like they had their kids clean up a lot, and then after the kids grew up and stuff, like they still kept it like a certain way, but it just makes you wonder, like, dang, is there any truth to that statement? It's funny because when the girl said what she said, I was hurt about feelings, but it was so funny what she was saying. She was dead. She was like, "Nah, Libra's dirty as fuck," and I don't really know many Libras, in real life, just like a couple. And it just was funny to me because I know how I am. Like literally, that I just moved in a place, and I still have boxes and stuff to be put up. And the place that I moved into is a lot bigger, but it's just like I didn't realize I had so much stuff, and it's just so overwhelming. But that's besides the topic. So that's one thing that's alleged. That's like we're supposed to be dirty, whatever. It like look, if you an influencer, you a parent, you got lots of stuff going on. Yeah, you may not want to do this and this, but the fact that she was always over Jazz house, like, come on now, like that pretty much says that because if you're a clean person, you're gonna want to be in your own ish all the time. Like you're not gonna want to be over somebody else's place all the time. You know what I'm saying? So that was given that impression a long time ago. And so it's just funny that somebody called out. And as far as maggots, maggots literally can show up in pork chops, food that's in the trash. Like that's what comes out of meat. They usually go into your stomach. Like a lot of bugs and stuff can come in your meat. So if meat, like for instance, if because I've had the only time I've ever received maggots was like actually in pork. I had pork chops, and I actually was craving pork chops the other day. I'm going off topic. I don't give a fudge. We at his house. And I was just thinking about I want some pork chops, but I think the one time that I actually seen maggots in my life was I had put some in the trash, after I cooked them and all that. And I think I saw that in them. As a matter of fact, I actually was moving one time and I actually saw those in a trash can one time and I've never seen it. And I think they turn into like flies, but I'm not sure. But it was kind of gross. So the fact that you have them in your toilet, I don't understand how that could work. But I mean, did somebody put them in there? But anyway, that the whole story was kind of funny. But I do know food and stuff can bring larvae into homes and trash. But anyway, besides the point, I think it's ironic that Asian Doll and Crystal are beefing now. Because I had made a point about talking about Asian Doll a while back. Because I actually had a run in with Asian Doll a while back. Not really. And I had got mad because she had a little beef with Ty Taylor from, what is it? Taylor Girls, and I was in my mood at the time because at the time I kind of was like really fudging with Ty, even though now it's like she just be in her own little world and I don't really care as much. But like, and I was just like, hey, said some stuff about Asian, how she called me a bee and this and that, and and I put a video up, but it wasn't nothing like that. It wasn't because I don't really know her in real life. It was just I was in the audience, and just so happened she called me a bee because it was part of a song, and I had the detail, the facts of what happened, and she was like being specifically, and she had did some stuff to let me know that she was talking about me, and I put that out there. But I really wasn't pressed about it. But I really was trying to ignore Asian Doll at the time, so that's why she called me a B. And at the time, I was being a big one. Yeah, that part. But at the same time, like I have respect for Asian Doll, and like Asian Doll said, people ain't checking her in real life. In real life, like Asian Doll a little scary. Like I ain't scared of nothing, nobody, but she a little scary. I ain't gonna lie. because she like a dude to me in real life. But I'm not scared of nobody. I'm gonna put that out there. But I wouldn't have said nothing in person. Like I had a problem with it, but I ain't gonna say nothing about it because I'm a fucking Libra. Like I'm not supposed to start nothing. I'm gonna finish it. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't supposed to go up to you and this and that and that and that and that, none that none. Like I'm non-confrontational. I'm about to do a video on. Yeah, I'm a Libra. Y'all go check that out. It's gonna be funny. So anyway, so she right. At the end of the day, like to be honest, it's so weird because Crystal and Asian Doll look like they're related. It's so weird, like they could be sisters or cousins, and I feel like they gotta be cousins in real life because they actually you put them side by side. I was saying this a long time ago. They look very much related. They look like the same person almost. Just one is more feminine, like Crystal, and Asian's more masculine looking. Um, and it's so weird. But at the end of the day, it's like I don't have no beef with Asian Crystal. And even though I talked crazy about Crystal one time because I didn't like how she was doing Tay, in my opinion, I don't have no beef with nobody. Like, do what you want to do. I just be talking, and I had beef with Lil Karina, and I may have called her B like stuff or whatever. I don't have beef with none of people. I give no fudges about nobody in real life but myself, and I barely give fudge about myself at times. That's why, like, I just try to be chilling. But I do love myself dearly. I love myself more than anybody else in this world, right? So at the end of the day, that says a lot. Like I really don't be caring for real. I just be speaking on ish that I really don't care about. I just know people care about it, wanted me to talk about it, so I'm talking about it. So at the end of the day, like I don't care about nobody's beef. I just am gonna talk about it. So it's funny because I really think that Agent Darling, I was saying before I put this video that Agent Doll and Crystal really just need to get a room. And it's so ironic because Agent Doll tweeted that Crystal wanted her to be her boyfriend. Boom. Okay, that makes sense. Like I get it. I would think they would be a good little couple. But I don't feel like Agent Doll want to trick on no hoe. Not saying Crystal hoe, I'm just saying like in general. And so it didn't work out. Like if Crystal, you know, left that part alone, Asian Doll and her probably would have fudged around. Maybe. If they already have it. You know what I'm saying? So it's just ironic that they got beef because especially over female Karena, they really don't even fudge Asian Doll like that in my opinion. Like Karena, just like she had Crystal around for FLO, she got Asian Doll around for a record deal. Okay? Karina had little bars. If you ain't seen Karina's song, go check it out. It was a little barish. The honest, I feel like it's more barish than Asian Doll song because I never really respect the Asian Doll music like that. Like I some songs, like I do rock with, and you know those songs, right? Boom. But it's a lot of songs I'm like trash. Throw it over there, and I would say it to her face, like I said what the fuck I said. You know what I'm saying? But she's gotten better as a lyricist and an artist or whatever. So I fudge with it. The only way you can go is up. I feel like she don't even really focus on her music like she should anyway. Because if she did, she probably could have some hits. Because she got a dope sound. Asian Dog got a dope fucking sound. I'm not gonna cap. I tell her to her face too. And she got a look. She ain't no ugly broad. And she know how to like be feminine and masculine. She ain't no. Anyway, so I love the pink hair too. That's just a plug. Ooh, I want to see purple. Lavender. Anyway, so moving on. It's ironic because, like I said, Karina don't really fudge her agent like that for real. And the fact that sh- uh, she being messy, being friends with Asian Doll, because I'm sure her and Crystal talked about her, is messy. But at the same time, it's also a plug because Asian Doll is tied to the music industry, and if Karina want to get in the music industry, what's a better way to do it? But to be honest, I could see just like her and Crystal getting into it. Her and the Asian probably gonna eventually get into it. But to be honest, they actually are more similar than not, and they probably get into it because of the fact that they more similar than not. Like they both have those very masculine, controlling traits. Like I feel like they really is like the same person, personality wise, Karina and Asian Doll. But I don't feel like it's gonna be a true friendship. I just feel like it's just more of a business ship, and I feel like Asian Doll know that ish, but she also see talent in Karina. Karina got the look, Karina got the attitude or whatever. But it's just sad that Chris is a whole baby mama, and they have a past together. Like I didn't know Agent Doll knew Polo G or whatever, and that. But it makes sense because Agent Doll. It makes sense that she know that family, cause yeah, that makes sense. It makes a lot of sense. So at the end of the day, like it's just sad that they beefing over some dumb ish. Like it's really sad, but they grown. They can allegedly they grown because like I'm much grown than them, but you know, it's as far as age. So it's like that don't mean nothing, but it's like it's just sad because Karina don't really like neither one of them for real like that. You know what I'm saying? She barely like Flo, you know. So at the end of the day, it's like why beef? You know what I'm saying? Like just live your life. Cause Krista don't have no problem with Agent Dolph for real. She probably mad that like, you know, I don't know. Cause I don't freaking know. Like, let me stop. But at the end of the day, it's like hope they can work their issue out. Hope they can come to an agreement. And if you don't like a hoe, don't like you, just stop talking about them. Just don't be around them. Don't think about them. Don't worry about them. Then eventually, poof, pow, they gone. They vanish. They just need to going back and forth with them. You giving them that attention. You give them that clout. You give them that energy, whatever you they want you to give them. It's just like, but I don't even like you for real. Like, why am I even invested in you? So the fact that you're giving so much energy to a person that you don't like, maybe deep down, some form of fashion, you really do want to kick it with them. Maybe some form of fashion, you really do like them because at the end of the day, I ain't gonna never go back and forth with no hoe that I don't fuck with, you know, or I don't like, because it's a couple that I don't. And in real life, bitch, I wouldn't even never give you that attention. Like, to be honest, it's a hoe I don't like right now that like I literally I have won her page a couple times because she making fake pages to see my ish. And I put my real page like to see her ish so she can go tell people that I'm watching her. But at the same time, it's not because I like her for real. It's because like she made me laugh. Like looking at her ish make me fucking laugh. So when I'm bored and I don't got nothing to do, like it's just like I go to her page to fucking laugh. But she's also legit. Like she's a businesswoman. She doing her thing. I'm proud of her. Like with that. But the way she look made me laugh. The way she do things made me laugh. Way she thinks she got over on me and she gonna get hers makes me fucking laugh. So I really went there. But in the time, that's even getting boring to me, you know. But if I was to go back with a hoe, like I'm not gonna go back and forth with nobody. It's like I'm gonna let them see me in real life. Just like Angel, like in real life, that's what's more important. Like how people act in real life. Because people gonna say do whatever, floss on the gram, whatever, in none real life. But in real life, like what is it? You know what it is and what it is. Like we gonna see then. We're not gonna talk about. We're gonna be about it. That's it. That's all. And I want to see how long this is gonna go on because it's really getting ridiculous. Because if y'all really got that much to say to each other, maybe y'all need to have lunch. Maybe y'all need to have dinner. Maybe y'all need to get a room at this point. And yeah, that's all I gotta say. I'm at this piece for now. I don't have too much more to say. Let me know how you feel down below in the comment section down below. And join the Perchy gang. Subscribe, my lovelies, and be a part of the gang. Yeah. Well, we're not a gang. I don't believe in gangs. It's just a term and for endearment, really, over here. Not a real gang. Let me clarify. Till we meet again at the His House, my friends. You know how we do. Okay, peace out. Like, share, subscribe. Such a vibe. Until next time, per Tia.